When you're talking about sections of the black community that are lacking in growth, and then for that matter, before I go there, black Americans seem to think that they are the black community.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl, the African Barbie, the Melanin Princess, Dumebi. If this is your first time stumbling on my channel and coming across my gorgeous face, you're welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that you're the new MVP, you know that I love you. Welcome back. I came across this video on TikTok and it's by a black content creator, and I could relate to it because I'm equally black, you know, and she was talking about how she lost a brand deal and all of that. And let's just watch the video together, okay?
I'd like to take a minute to discuss the harsh reality that black content creators face. I recently lost out on a 5-figure brand deal for posting this picture with this caption. Nowhere in the contract were there any stipulations given around what kind of content I could post, except for the branded content, which would be approved by the company. As for my personal content, nothing was said. After posting that picture and posting that caption, I received a phone call from my agent saying that the company thought it was inappropriate. And I just want to take a second to unpack that. When I read that caption, I read a playful articulation of the love I have for my man. It's been generally agreed upon by the black community for decades that the N-word isn't derogatory, it's a term of endearment. And that brings us to the photo. Yet again, when I look at this picture, I see playfulness. I see a black girl living her best life, having fun. There's nothing inappropriate about it to me, especially not in the world we live in today. For centuries, black women's bodies have been scrutinized, they've been picked apart, they've been deemed unworthy, they've been deemed inappropriate, and this is yet again an extension of that rhetoric. It's the hypersexualization of the black female body which has led to this very conversation. The only way someone else could deem this as inappropriate is if they projected their sexual desires onto me, or if they projected their underlying judgments onto me, which is what we call prejudice. Now, typically I would brush that off and say that's a you problem, but it becomes a me problem because it threatens my livelihood, just the same way these systems of oppression have threatened the livelihood of black women for centuries. Furthermore, you want access to my audience, which is mostly black women, without actually having a full appreciation for black culture. That what's considered appropriate or professional is always adjacent to whiteness. You want the activist part of me that's articulate and intelligent, but that's just one side of my black girl magic. Because the other side of me knows how to turn up and throw this ass. And that's what I'm gonna do. We don't have to separate who we are in order to please these companies. We don't have to erase or hide any aspect of our personality in order to get these bags. If you can't handle me at my back that ass up, you don't deserve me at my I have a dream.
I have some thoughts about the things that she said, but before I tell you guys what I think, I'm going to play some reactions of people that had something to say about this whole situation.
If you can't handle me at my back that ass up, you don't deserve me at my I have a dream.
Bruh. What?
Martin Luther King. I don't know why he's being brought into this though. Let's just watch another one.
I'd like to take a minute to discuss the harsh reality that black content creators face.
Regardless of what you posted, there's still a business that can refuse service to whoever they like. I mean, I really just think they didn't agree with the stuff you were posting. I really don't think it was race related, or else they wouldn't have sent you an offer in the first place. And if you think they did something illegal or something wrong, you should probably pursue legal action rather than making pointless TikTok videos about it.
Bro, it's called brand risk, and usually within your contracts they have a little thing where it's like if you deemed unfit to like fit the company or whatever, they can drop you at any moment. It's usually in most clauses or anything like that. Or if you're like working for someone, like I know places I've worked at is like if you were seen out and about with like a work shirt and you're drunk and acting like a fool, they can fire you for that. It's called brand risk, and when you're selling yourself like that, you are the product, and if it's a brand risk, you're gonna drop your ass. And no, it's not racism. No, it's not that. It's not any of that. Take some accountability.
So you guys hear what he said, and I think he's actually making sense. If you're looking at it from like a contractual legal kind of legal point of view, I have no background in law or anything, but I know that when you're signing a contract with a brand, they actually picked you because they feel like you could represent what their brand stands for, like the way you brand yourself as a creator, or as a person, as an image, as a brand, the way you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you speak, and all of that can actually represent them and what they stand for. So if during the course of your contract with them as a brand ambassador or whatever, you know, when you sign that deal, you do something that is contrary to what they stand for, I'm not surprised that they would choose to discontinue that contract. That's what you're saying, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Let's just watch some other reactions.
It's been generally agreed upon by the Black community for decades that the N-word isn't derogatory.
See, when you're talking about sections of the Black community that are lacking in growth, and then for that matter, before I go there, Black Americans seem to think that they are the Black community. There are lots of other countries out here in the Western Hemisphere that were born on the back of slavery and our ancestors being used, but at the same time, we don't run around labeling ourselves by the terms that people use to denigrate us in our past, right? So get that straight. Secondly, stop putting Black people in this monolithical group where everyone wants to be what you say they are. The N-word is not the culture. Shaking your ass is not the culture. Posting nudes or semi-nudes on Instagram is not the culture. Black people are more than that. And again, this is still not about race, but you still need some education.
You guys, we've seen all of that, and here's my take on it. I feel like the last guy that we just played, he actually made a point. You know, the caption was the word, the N word, and yes, it was a derogatory term. I'm Nigerian, so I had to basically go and learn about the history of that word and all of that, and I realized that it wasn't such a good word. It's considered a swear word, it's considered a curse word, but Black people kind of like took it and gave it their own meaning and turned it to a term of endearment. And by Black people, we're talking about African Americans, because it's not everybody, although like people generally use that now. Black people, like even in Nigeria, I hear people say it once in a while. I say it, but at the back of my mind, I see it as a curse word. I don't see it as something I will use in a proper setting and all of that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say now is that some brands will not agree with it. It depends on what they stand for. If they are a brand that don't agree with that kind of thing, and then you're signed up as an ambassador, you should probably not use that word, you know. So at this point, I don't even know if it's about the word that was used or if it was the picture in question. But as regards the picture, I think she's trying to make it a race thing, and I do not think it's actually a race thing, because that picture was, we could see a lot in that picture. You know, we could see a lot, and depending on what that brand stands for, it might not be something they are willing to be associated with. And the fact that she's trying to make it look like it's a Black girl thing, you know, handle me at my back that ass up, and you know, a Black girl living her life, sexualization of Black women's bodies. Yes, I agree that Black women's bodies have been sexualized and have been, you know, has been picked out and scrutinized and all of that. I agree with that, but in this case, I don't think so. When you take a certain kind of picture and you put it for the public view, and then you get comments that are basically a reaction to that kind of, in quotes, provocative, suggestive picture, I don't think you should be shocked, and you shouldn't take it like it's their fault. It's just like, for instance, maybe someone dressed crazy, you know, like looking dirty, your dress is ripped up and you're walking crazy, maybe you're drunk and whatever, and then people see you on the road coming towards them and they run off because maybe they are scared that you're insane or whatever. They're basically reacting to the way you presented yourself. So you can't be scared, you can't be shocked or angry or upset that you presented yourself a certain way and people reacted in a way that, you know, basically is in line with what you put out. So I think that's just it. So is it racial? I really doubt that it's racial. And I'm not saying that these things don't happen. I'm just saying that in this particular case, I don't think it's racial. I don't think it's because she's Black. Just like that other man said, the last man that I played his reaction, I like to believe that being Black, the whole Black culture is way more than that. You know, backing your ass up and all of that thing that she said. As much as I feel like it's not a racial thing, I actually took the time to go and look for her on Instagram so that I could see the kind of content she originally used to post. So I really scrolled back down, like on her Instagram feed, and I saw that the picture that she posted as the one that caused her to lose the brand deal, it wasn't too different from the kind of content she's used to posting. You understand? Like, she posts pictures with body parts showing, really sexy, hot pictures. I cannot put them here because, man, I'm not trying to get demonetized on YouTube. I'm not trying to get my video taken down, but she has like skin showing and all of that, and I'm not criticizing that. I'm just saying that that already was her brand. So my question now is, the brand in question that she signed this deal that ended up dropping her for posting that picture, did they not see those other pictures? Like, obviously that is what she's about. That's her brand. That is the kind of image she portrays. That is who she is already. So in her defense, I feel like if she already used to post pictures similar to that, I feel like they had no reason to end that brand deal because of that picture. But just like I said earlier, we don't know if it was because of the N-word or if it was because of the kind of picture she posted. But anyways, I have to end this video here. I hope you guys, please let me know what you think in the comment section. What do you guys really think? Do you think someone of a different race would have been able to get away with it without losing the contract or without losing the brand deal? Let me know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.